Whether you like it or not, artificial intelligence is here. It's already changing the way that we function in our personal lives, even if you might not realize it yet. And it's already having a massive impact on both the business world and the entrepreneurial world as well. There have only been a few times in recent history as important and as revolutionary as this current AI innovation wave. It's on par with things like the invention of the wheel, the Industrial Revolution, the steam engine, the invention of the internet, and even cryptocurrency. The people who are able to learn and grow with this new tech will lead incredible lives and reap massive amounts of abundance, while those who struggle to adapt will get left behind for sure. It's more important than ever to learn how these new pieces of tech can aid you currently in your own life and business, as well as keep a pulse on where they're headed in the near future so you can stay on par with the rest of the world. In this course, we're specifically going to cover how these tools can revolutionize everything around you if you know how to use them properly, and how to get more done with less effort in less time using them. I'll introduce you to over 1,000 of the latest ones that are out currently and a searchable database where they're all located and where any future ones that are launched will be. And I'll also cover tutorials on specific ones that I use in my own business that have helped me scale, save time, cut costs, and increase productivity drastically. On top of that, I'll be adding tutorials to the course going forward if any other tools pop up that I find extremely useful or extremely valuable. So it'll be constantly updating once you enroll, just like AI. There are several reasons why it's important for humans to learn the latest AI technology. First and foremost, it's a new and growing job market that not a lot of people are into yet. AI is becoming increasingly prevalent in the workforce, and many jobs are starting to require knowledge of AI technology. By learning it, individuals can open themselves to a new job opportunity market and make themselves more marketable to all employers. Secondly, it's unavoidable innovation. AI is one of the fastest growing areas of technology, and new advancements are being made all the time. By staying up to date on the latest developments, you can contribute to the field and help drive innovation forward, because it will either innovate with you or without you. Third, their problem-solving capabilities are immense. AI has the potential to solve complex problems and improve decision-making in a variety of industries. By understanding how it works, you can develop innovative solutions to real-world problems in a fraction of the time. And finally, future collaboration is again inevitable. As AI becomes more prevalent, it will be increasingly important for individuals in various fields to work together and understand each areas of expertise. By learning AI, you can better collaborate with these colleagues and contribute to a number of different people in your team. And that works for both the corporate world and the entrepreneurial world and personal world as well. So if any of this sounds important to you, you'd be 100% correct. So let's hop into this course and I'll start introducing you to some of the latest and coolest artificial intelligence tools out there currently. So before we jump into some of my favorite AI tools and I run you through the functionality of them and I kind of give you a brief overview of how you can use them and how I use them in my own business, I want to introduce you to Futurepedia. Now, Futurepedia.io is a website that houses a lot of the top and latest AI tools. They have about 1,000 AI tools at the moment for dozens of different industries, okay? So you can browse here or you can actually search in here. So for example, you're trying to create video or you're trying to create, a podcast, or if you're trying to create AI generated art, you would literally type that in here. So like art, and you'll see that different categories pop up, but you can also just search for specific keywords and then see what AI tools are out currently for that with a little blurb about what they specifically do, whether you actually have to pay for it, whether it's free. And you can find really cool AI software here that other people aren't using yet as it comes out. Now, keep in mind, you can get lost for like weeks just checking out all this cool stuff. So make sure that you're not getting overwhelmed and trying too many at once. Again, I'm going to introduce you to dozens that I love and I use in my own business right after this, but this is a really cool website that anybody can go to at any point in time and figure out different current AI tools that have functionality for a specific industry that you can utilize. So for example, if I was creating YouTube videos and I wanted to create better YouTube videos, and how would I do that with AI? Well, I'd search video or video generator or video editing or personalized videos or something along those lines. And it's going to tell you all the different ones that associate with video and what their functionality is. So I can look at them, potentially test them and see if something fits what I want to do and would help me make better videos a lot faster and a lot easier. So play around with Futurepedia.io, but again, keep in mind that you can get lost for weeks just checking out all this cool stuff. So I would highly recommend that you pick a few, play around with them, and try to master them. Don't overwhelm yourself with too many right out of the gate. Descript is an all-in-one software system for editing videos, audio, recording screens, and transcribing. It also allows you to edit videos based on the transcript after the fact as well, which can save you loads of time and help you create a lot more content that's a lot better because it makes it so much easier to cut out parts simply by editing the text. One of the best uses for this software, in my opinion, is the ability to transcribe meetings, videos, or Zoom calls into notes. And this is great for anyone that's in school, for example, that automatically wants software to take notes and then feed them the main important points, or someone that might be working a job already and is on a lot of Zoom calls or online meetings. If you miss a meeting, for example, you can just have the summary sent to you. Or if you're already on the call, but maybe you want to make sure that you retain all the key information, again, this is a great option for you. So once you've actually downloaded Descript, you'll notice that it opens up in a window and you actually download it to your computer. And so my favorite function of this is indeed the transcribe one of your videos into text and then the ability to obviously edit it. So this is a really cool feature if, for example, you want to take Zoom meetings and transcribe them to get, the top notes in the actual Zoom meeting. This is a great idea also if you're in school and maybe you have a video class and you just want the transcription of what the teacher actually said in class, and then you can obviously go from there and grab the key talking points and the notes from there. So there's many functions of this. I personally use it to edit videos with text. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So we're going to go in and say new project. And as you can see here, you can title the project. So I'm just going to say test. Now you can start to record and it will automatically transcribe what you're saying and what's going on. So if you're starting a meeting, then obviously you can do it that way. If you're starting a video, you can do it that way. You can also start writing, or you can paste writing in here if you already have text. You can start from a template, or what I personally do is choose a file to transcribe if you already have a video file from your meeting, or if you already have a video like we're going to do here. So I uploaded a video already, so we don't have to wait here, and you can see exactly what I mean. So once you upload that video, you just drag it and drop it in there and then upload it, and you'll see it transcribe the entire script of the video here in paragraph format for you as it reads through the script here and the video goes, right? And so one of the cool features of this is you can see exactly what's being said in the video and in the script, and you can actually edit the video by editing the text here on the left. So for example, there were filler words like and then you could just delete them out of this text here and it would edit the video accordingly. Same thing with sentences, right? Like if you have a run-on sentence, or maybe you're reading it and you're seeing that like, hey, I don't actually need this sentence right here. Well, then you can just delete that sentence out of the text over here, and it will actually edit the video and delete that section of me speaking that out of the video as well. So it's a really cool way that you can edit video and text and edit audio in a number of different ways to streamline your work process and make editing and producing content so much easier and so much faster. Descript also helps you start a podcast and record it with multiple people in multiple locations as well. Although, full disclosure, I don't personally use it for this, so here's them explaining how you can actually do this with their software.
Like it or not, there's going to come a day when you think,
oh my God, I should do a podcast.
We could do a podcast.
A what now?
Podcast.
Dad, I want you to be a guest on my beauty podcast.
great. And when that day comes, you'll probably also think,
how do we make a podcast?
Say hello to Descript. It's how you make a podcast. Descript is a brand new way to record, edit, and mix spoken audio.
That's cool.
In fact, it's a brand new way to even think about spoken audio. Not like that.
How does it all work?
Just connect your mic to your computer and hit this button.
So what's your favorite flavor? Mine's soup.
Do I speak into this?
Yep.
Can you edit that out?
Yep. Editing audio has always been complicated. In fact, even today it's...
Welcome back to part 3 of our 48 parts.
But Descript is simple. It takes your audio and turns it into text. Which means when this happens...
Today on the pod, he's gonna turn himself into a total glamazon. Think you're ready?
Yes, Queen.
Ew, Dad, just say yes.
Yes, so ready.
Editing your podcast is as easy as...
Think you're ready?
Yes, so ready.
Whoa. I like it.
There are many cool applications for this new AI software, but they're just scratching the surface. Ultimately, this software, as it gets better and better, might revolutionize the way we're able to edit and record video and audio, and speed up the entire process, which really excites me. Test it out for yourself. Another really cool AI tool that actually works extremely well in conjunction with the last one we just covered, which was Descript, is Fireflies. Now, when we covered Descript previously, we talked about how you could transcribe videos into text so you could read the summary of a video conference, a Zoom meeting, an online class, or whatever. But you can take that transcribed text one step further and get Fireflies to then turn it into notes for you and automatically give you the key points and key information that you want from it. Imagine the possibilities here. You no longer need to watch a 2-hour college course, for example, because you can simply transcribe it with Descript and then use fireflies.ai to give you the important bullet points that you can then study. This same thing goes for a work meeting, and there's so many other possibilities and potential use cases for this. Just think of them. Fireflies automates note-taking. It joins your Zoom meetings and your Google Hangouts and will transcribe the full call automatically. It then sends the notes, if you want them, to all the participants that were in the room automatically if you opt in. Once you have the transcription, you can find anything simply with AI-powered search within the software too, right? So if you review a 1-hour meeting, well, you can review that in 5 minutes by simply searching for specific things and specific keywords that you might be interested in and just locate those points in the video. You can also analyze the meetings using the intelligence within this software, right? So for example, if this is a meeting where there's multiple speakers, well, you can analyze the talk time from specific speakers to identify who's actively participating more and who's not. That will ultimately help you measure the performance within a team or the participants in a call or a number of other use cases as well. So this is another really cool feature that, again, acts in conjunction with some of the other ones. I highly recommend that you test it out. It's really cool. With Fireflies, your team can remember everything from your meetings. The AI assistant essentially captures and then transcribes to take notes after your meeting is done. Some other key highlights here: it will fill out your CRM. It'll push notes to the apps where you already work within. You don't need to provide any feedback for teammates because it'll easily flag the most important parts of your call and leave comments at those specific sections. It'll also have the most shareable sound bites and most memorable moments, shareable and ready for you. I'm going to take you through a quick overview of how you can get started and get the most out of this software. So once you're logged in, this is the welcome screen. You'll be able to see your upcoming meetings and which meetings that you're able to join if you want to toggle them on and off. Fireflies is able to join Zoom meetings, Google meetings, Microsoft Teams, WebEx, and a number of other video conferencing platforms. About 5 to 10 minutes after a meeting's finished, Fireflies will then send you the transcript summary and the meeting recap. Now, if you look at the top right here, these will be the meeting settings. So, for example, if you only want Fireflies to join meetings that you're the owner of, then you can click that option. If you only want Fireflies to join meetings that you're a participant of, then it could join meetings that you're a participant of. So you need to set those settings within that little drop-down menu. Based on these settings, it'll then join the calls and then send you the recaps. So after the meeting, you should get an email recap. So let's take a look at what that would look like here. Here's the transcript. You'll have the ability to click anywhere on the transcript and then listen to the conversation, as well as search through the transcript. For example, if you're talking about updates in December, well, then you're going to quickly search through there and get all the parts where December was discussed. And then you can click on and listen to those exact talking points, and you can jump around based on what you're specifically looking for. Now, in the middle, you'll see the transcript, but you'll also see the video recording of the meeting that actually happened. And this is extremely valuable if, for example, you're sharing your screen or you're presenting slides so that the video is captured, and you also have the summary as well if you want feedback directly on what's specifically being covered. And that's really the basics of how this works. It transcribes your calls and your meetings and then allows you to search through the software for specific talking points and keywords play that part of the meeting back, and hear every piece of important information that you need to about that. Another really interesting AI tool is called Colossian, okay? And this takes your text and essentially turns it into an AI generated video where the AI avatar literally reads it to you in physical form like a person. I'm going to show you an example of this here in a second, but all you really do is you basically type in what you want the AI character to say, and then it will generate a video using an AI voice and using that specific AI character to read the script that you give it in real time. Now, this is super cool, and it's easy for scaling up any videos or any training. If, for example, you wanted to create a video for a course like this, but maybe you didn't want to get on camera yourself, or maybe you didn't want to read the actual script yourself, or if you're creating videos for like a YouTube automation channel or whatever, there's so many functions of this. So let me take you through a quick run through of it. So here we are in Colossian. Let's create a new draft. And all you would do is you would take a script that you have that you want to generate into an AI video and paste it in there. So you could start from scratch, or you could select a template. I'm going to start from scratch. And then you can pick your person, your AI avatar, and they typically have a number of different options down here when you're not in the free version. So just to show you an example, let's paste the script in here. And what would happen is this lady would actually be a real person. She's AI, but she would look like a real person reading the script in a video format. Now you can drag her over, you can move her over, you can also add text on the actual screen. So if you wanted to add text, then you just add the text here and you drag it in. So for this slide specifically here, you'd come back to your script and you could drag that in and paste that on the screen. Obviously, you'd make this, a lot smaller so it was readable for the audience. And you could just have her kind of read through these different bullet points, almost creating a PowerPoint presentation where an AI person reads it to you and actually is on camera doing it. Now, right now at the current time period, you can obviously tell that it's an AI generated person reading the script, but that doesn't necessarily matter for a lot of different applications. And as the AI gets better and better and better, relatively soon, it's going to be almost indistinguishable. It's really cool. So let me show you an example of one I created. Just a 12-second video here. And this is actually a script, like the first 2 paragraphs from a YouTube script that I did. So let me show you her reading it.
I saw a video from Alex Formosa recently, and in it he said, "Don't preach at people and tell them what they should do." And this made me realize this is exactly how I've been approaching a lot of my videos.
So that's the power of it. You don't need to actually have text on the screen. You don't need to have PowerPoint lectures up on the screen with information. You can just have the person reading in real time on the screen with no text, or you can obviously put the text on the screen so that your audience can follow along. It's going to depend on your application, but this is a really, really cool tool that's learning, it's getting better, and it helps you turn text into video where you don't have to be the person on the screen reading it. The AI generated person will do it for you. And again, there's a number of different options you can choose from. It's not just her, and it's not just her. There's many men and there's many other women as well. You can create human-like text quickly with Copy.ai. Now, it has assisted me in coming up with better headlines, for example, better email subject lines, and a number of other things. It can also help you write blogs a lot easier. Its main objective is to develop software that leverages machine learning and artificial intelligence to then generate captivating text for copywriters, marketers, and pretty much all business owners. Nowadays, Copy.ai is used to create content by numerous well-known organizations like Nestle, Ogilvy Copywriting, eBay, and Zoho. So you know that this isn't a random software that might potentially be useful in the future. This is being used right now by real companies to create real content and attract real customers. The cool thing about this as well is it integrates with several different languages, so it's not just English, although English definitely works with it too. It integrates with Chinese, Spanish, French, Japanese, Portuguese, and a number of others are also supported by Copy.ai. So as a result of that, you'll be able to produce content no matter what language you speak. There are 2 major pricing tiers. There's also a third one if you decide to upgrade, but I'm assuming someone watching this between you and me are not going to upgrade to like the highest tier pricing plan. So the two main pricing plans are the free plan and the $35 a month pro plan. For novice users that only want to test out the software to see if it works well for what they need it to do, the free plan is absolutely perfect. It gives you more than 90 writing instruments, monthly credits, 25 plus languages, and 100 free uses or free credits for the first month. The free edition is completely fine if you're just starting, but obviously you can't create endless amounts of copy with it. Now, you can produce great blog titles, outlines, advertising, headlines, and other pieces of writing as well. If you're considering adopting this and trying it out for yourself, I'd advise you starting with the free version before upgrading once you realize its potential for your business and how it might benefit your specific organization. So that brings me to the question of who can Copy.ai help and what's its actual purpose? Well, it can help any online business or any entrepreneur that's selling. So we're talking email marketing, copywriters, freelance writers, blog writers, and pretty much anybody that uses words to sell, which obviously that's everybody. I've personally used it to generate automated welcome emails, thank you emails, and follow-up emails with catchy subject lines. And this would have saved me so much time when I used to come up with email sequence after email sequence for one of my online course funnels. I genuinely wish that this had been available just a few years ago. It would have saved me so much time and so much effort. This can also help you write better social media posts if you're writing long-form copy within your posts as well. Using this software is also pretty simple. The dashboard is very easy to use and very self-explanatory. Plus, every single time you generate something, depending on what it is, it will give you 10 different ideas, and each of them costs a credit. Now, this is more than enough to give you a sense of the platform's precision and its possibilities. No matter what you plan on using this for, if you're trying to generate copy automatically, I highly recommend that you look into this software. All right, so in this video, we're going to be covering how to get started with Copy.ai and start writing your own blog articles. So starting on the right-hand side here, we can see with the editor, it serves as a guide to really help us get started quickly, and you can just follow the instructions within the tools here. At the top, the blog title tool will help us generate some catchy titles that your audience will potentially love. But to get started, to prompt the AI to start generating copy for us, we need to put in some description so it knows what to generate. So put in a description for your blog topic and describe it as best you can in a few sentences. The more descriptive, the better though, because then it will come up with a more descriptive piece of copy for you. And then you can move on to choosing your tone. There are several in here that you can kind of utilize depending on the feel you want of the writing. And then click Create Copy. So then scroll down to see what it's going to give you. So here are some titles that the AI has generated for us, and you can sort through the titles and pick the best one that you think fits your audience the best and is the most catchy. Once you pick the blog title, you want to plug it in and click Create Copy as well. From there, the blog outline tool will allow you to create 3 to 5 topics, which will then help you figure out what is going to be in your blog. It'll then give you a blog intro, which will help hook your reader in the first few sentences of that blog. And obviously, a lot of this content is going to be great. You can use the copy directly from here that the AI has generated, but it will also serve to give you better ideas than just the AI generated content as well, that you can then take and creatively spin off into your own ideas if you want to as well. This serves as a fantastic process to move quicker and get to what you're looking for to write better copy for your blogs, for whatever, a lot faster. When sending an email, how can you be sure that it gets delivered? How can you be sure that it gets read? Waiting for a response from the recipient can be nerve-wracking, especially if it's an important email. But now, the new AI software, MailTrack, will tell you automatically. Here's how it works. MailTrack is a software that tracks emails using artificial intelligence algorithms. It tells you the status of sent emails by providing you with notifications so you can see it in your mailbox if emails have been delivered, opened, and even read. When a recipient has opened or read your email, the software will detect it and tell you using a tracking pixel that's already embedded in the email you sent. And a real-time notification will appear on your phone if you have notifications set up, or in your inbox directly when someone opens up that email. One check mark means your email has not been opened yet, while 2 check marks indicates that it's been read already. And by putting the cursor over your check marks, it will then tell you how many times the email has been opened. This software even offers a completely free version so you can test it out, which allows you to track up to 5 emails a day. That way you can test it before you ever decide whether it's important for your business or not. The paid version, if you do decide to upgrade, allows unlimited tracking and additional features such as link tracking and reminders. But this is perfect for all email marketers, all business owners that want to foster a relationship with their customers via email lists, which should be every business owner in general, and also anyone applying to important jobs, and the list goes on and on. There are plenty of practical applications for how this can be used. Mail tracking is not limited to anyone at all. It's for everybody, especially for professionals too, not just entrepreneurs. Are you job hunting, for example? Well, you can easily know whether the recruiter has opened your resume, so you can identify which employers are most interested. Are you paying bills? You can know whether the bill has been received or not. Are you marketing a product? Well, you can track the engagement of your leads and your customers and then connect with them personally based on their email behaviors. Because if you're relying on email communication at all, this software is a no-brainer. Check it out. So this is how you install MailTrack on your computer. Just go to mailtrack.io and then install it from there. It'll then take you to a spot where you can download the Google Chrome extension, and you just want to connect your account, which will automatically connect in about 10 to 15 seconds. From there, you can open your Gmail account like normal and then simply compose an email. And after you hit send, you can then go to your sent folder, and you'll notice the new check marks there, which are MailTrack's integration. If you hover over them, it'll tell you how many times your email was open and when it was opened by whom. And that's really how easy it is. It integrates automatically, tells you who opened your emails and when, and that way you can get a better idea of when your emails are received so you can make smarter business decisions. Life gets easier when you've got the right tools to do your work, and there aren't many better tools for graphic designers and photographers than the new AI software, Midjourney. Now, Midjourney is a software that helps you create conceptual artistic images, illustrations, visualizations, and also comes with a lot more unique integrations to bring your imagination to life in the form of art. This software bot runs via Discord server. You can sign up for their server from their website directly and then use it on a browser or your phone. Now, to create an account, go to Midjourney and then click the Join the Beta program. You'll then get an invite from the platform where you can accept it, and on the next page, you'll get instructions on how to download the Discord server and how to use the bot. You can add as many styles, as many mood descriptions, or pretty much anything that you want in the image if you give the bot direction. You can enter an entire paragraph if you want, or you can just mention a word or two and you're good to go. It'll run. Obviously, the more detail you give it, the more detailed the images will become. After you guide the bot on what images you're looking for it to create, it will take around the minute roughly to spit out 4 pictures for you. It's giving you 4 different variations of what you imagine. That way you can choose the best one for yourself and it doesn't just give you one. So this is a simple software. I recommend that you test it out. It can help you create amazing art, amazing thumbnails, amazing images, amazing social media posts, all for free in seconds. And you can also obviously use this bot to sell a service if you want to freelance on somewhere like Fiverr as well. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. Take this and run with it. All right, so Midjourney is a bot that runs on Discord. So the way that you get it is you go to the Midjourney website and set up an account, then join the Midjourney server by going to the Discord channel and signing up. On the homepage, you can see all the strange and new creations from the Midjourney people that are already in the Discord and what they've generated. To enter your own piece of content and get it generated, enter one of the newbies groups. To generate something, type /imagine, and then follow that up with keywords describing what you want it to generate. Obviously, the more keywords you put in there, the more descriptive the picture will be, the broader the range of image. As cool as this is, the one thing you'll notice quickly is it's a very hectic community with a lot of people in the Discord requesting images. So if you don't do it quickly and then download your image fast, your image could get lost in the sea of other images that are being requested. So simply scroll up and you'll see that all your requests personally are highlighted with a yellow background, so you can quickly find them again. If you want to jump to your most recent result and you don't feel like scrolling, go up to the little message icon on the top right, and that should take you directly there. This bot's going to generate 4 different images for you based on those results. All of them are going to be slightly different, so some you might like, some you might not, but it's going to give you 4 different variations of that image. And that's the basics of how Midjourney works. It works on Discord. You can simply request different images via the Discord bot. Keep in mind, you're only allowed to generate 10 images when you're on the free plan. If you decide that you like it and you want to upgrade, then you can go that route in the future. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to an artificial intelligence software called Kyber and how it can help you create better videos. Kyber is an advanced video editing software that uses AI algorithms to then analyze your raw video footage and automatically generate you a polished, professional looking video. It's designed to make the video editing process faster, easier, and more efficient. It doesn't matter if you're creating personal vlogs, YouTube videos, marketing videos, or class lectures. One of the key features of this software is its ability to analyze raw footage like the elements of lighting, sound, color, and composition, and then tweak them all without you needing to do any of it. It then uses sophisticated editing techniques that it's pre-programmed to do and only going to improve upon to transform your video into something that looks amazing automatically. So if your video footage is too dark, for example, or maybe too bright, well, Kyber will automatically adjust the lighting to create a more visually appealing and balanced look, which, as somebody who's edited video for a while, is completely amazing and 100% revolutionary. If your audio is too quiet, or it's too loud, or maybe you have a music track that again is a little bit too loud in the background, Kyber will adjust the levels to create a more professional sounding video. On top of that, if your footage is shaky or poorly composed, it'll stabilize the video and apply visual effects to create a more polished and engaging video so it's not obvious to the viewer. Kyber is incredibly easy to sign up for and use. All you need to do is upload your raw footage and Kyber will take care of all the rest. You don't need to have any prior video editing experience or technical skills to use it. It does all the heavy lifting for you so you can focus on what content creators do best, which is creating great content. In addition, it's also available as a mobile app so you can edit your videos on the go for all platforms and you don't need to be tied to a computer. Traditional video editing methods can be time consuming and require lots of manual work and lots of focused attention. With this tool though, you can create high quality videos in a fraction of the time that it would take to create traditional videos with normal editing methods. Finally, it's a cost-effective solution for video editing as well. Because if you know anything about hiring a video editor, a professional one can be pretty expensive and buying professional video editing software can be costly. But with Kyber, you can achieve professional looking videos in a fraction of the cost, but also a lot faster as well. I've been testing out this software myself, even though I have a full-time video editor for my YouTube videos, and I've been pleasantly surprised. It does a great job at a small fraction of the cost, and it doesn't require the long wait time between me finishing recording the video and actually getting the final edited version back from my editor. If you create videos for YouTube, course lectures, social media, or really content of any kind, then this tool is an absolute no-brainer. And once you're in the software on the main homepage, you're going to go up to the right-hand corner and click Create Video. Then you'll see it go to the initial page where you upload your initial files. So these are the initial files that you're going to upload to inspire the creation that you're about to make. Then once you have your initial image, setting it in motion and giving the software inspiration, you're going to click Next. And you'll see the prompts pop up, which are very, very simple to use. So you'll see it say, I want to create a video of... And when you click select the subject, you'll see the options over on the right. And you can clearly pick one of the options, or you can input something yourself and come up with a completely new revolutionary design if you describe it. And then after that, you want to fill out the in a style of, and again, select your style from the drop downs, or you can input your own. Again, the more description that you give it here, if you're typing your own in, the better it will come out and the more specific the design will be. However, if you do pick one of the ones, for example, cinematic here, you'll notice that it fills out in detail what it's going to be. It just came up with an inspiration based on what you uploaded and what you typed into the initial one. So again, you can do this on your own or you can pick from the drop-down menu. So then it's on to continue to settings. And you can set the duration of the video clip that you want. Now, keep in mind, the longer the duration, the more credits it's going to actually take. So depending on what plan you are and how many credits you want to spend on that plan, it will obviously take that out depending on how long the video clip you choose. And from there, you can just click generate and it'll start to process your video file. And then you'll notice it begins to show you an AI generated video clip of your artwork inspired by the description that you gave it into something completely new. In this lecture, we're going to talk about the artificial intelligence LaylaPix Convert and how it can help you create 3D GIFs. So LaylaPix Convert is a cutting-edge software that uses the advanced algorithms that all AI uses to convert 2D images and 2D videos into 3D GIFs. It's designed to make the process of editing these a lot faster, a lot easier, and a lot more efficient. One key feature of this software is its ability to generate a depth map for your images and your videos. So basically, if you're unfamiliar with that, it's just a grayscale image that measures the distance from the camera of each pixel to your image and your video. By automatically analyzing this, it then creates a 3D representation of your image or your video, allowing you to create really cool looking 3D GIFs of just about anything. It's also incredibly easy to use. All you need to do is upload a 2D image or a 2D video, and it will take care of all the rest. The software does all the heavy lifting for you, so you can focus on creating the great content with it. Now, another advantage of it is its flexibility, right? So you can create 3D GIFs from a wide range of 2D content, including photography, videography, and even screen recordings on the computer. This makes it a versatile tool for all content creators who want to create engaging 3D content for social media, marketing, or personal use. I've personally used it to create really cool looking 3D B-roll in some of my YouTube videos. So for example, let's say I have some B-roll that's a tutorial on the computer showing something with certain software. Well, instead of the same boring 2D video that everybody uses, I can run this through LaylaPix and turn it into a 3D GIF that will have the audience thinking like, whoa, what's this? It doesn't always work, of course, 100% with stuff like this specifically. So you do need to use it wisely and keep in mind what you're specifically asking it to change. But that's only when it comes to certain videos like I just referenced. The reality is you can turn just about any image into a 3D GIF easily with this though. After it generates one for you, you can then play around with it even more by adjusting the depth of field more, adding special effects on top of it, and they're already uploaded in the software for you, and even add text and other graphics to it. It'll obviously save you loads of time since creating one yourself, even if you have experience, would take a little bit, but it's also extremely cost effective too, because hiring somebody to create these professionally for you can be expensive, but using this can help you achieve professional looking 3D GIFs at a fraction of the cost. So I highly recommend to check it out if it's something that you feel like you could use in your own business or just something that you'd love to learn and play around with. This software is really cool. It'll help you convert 2D images into 3D renderations of that same image in seconds with a click of a button. The AI will calculate the 2D renderation of it and calculate the depth perception of each angle and then automatically generate a 3D renderation of that based on its calculations. On top of that, it also adds a subtle animation to emphasize the 3D-ness. You'll also notice that when you upload an image and it turns it into 3D, you can then make your own adjustments even further if you'd like. There are several bars on the left that will allow you to do this, and you can adjust the depth even further or any point on the actual image. You can push parts of your picture further back into the distance if you'd like, or even bring them closer to the front automatically so they're more visually closer to someone's eyes that are looking at them. Or even set a different focus point and change how the image appears on screen. And when you're finished, simply scroll all the way down to the left, and you can download it for free right to your computer in seconds. So Flicky.ai is a really cool software that will help you create a lot more videos a lot faster, and they look great. So whether you plan on creating YouTube automation videos, course lectures, PowerPoint presentations to train employees, whatever it is, if you have a script or bullet points of what you want to teach them or cover, but you're not specifically sure how to present that information in a cool looking video format that's engaging, that will keep their attention and also teach the information, Flicky is a great opportunity for you to actually do so. And this software is a breeze to use. So all you have to do is paste a script. As you can see, I just tested one really fast here. You paste the script in and it will automatically come up with an AI generated voice that sounds great. Put your script on the screen of the actual video, as you can see here. So it will start reading the script in real time on the screen with a voice and in text, and also overlay relevant pictures in the background to keep the audience engaged. So it really just creates a video from your text. It's an amazing software that has revolutionized the way that I create videos, especially for things like YouTube automation, because in the past you would have to write the script, record the voiceover, or outsource that, and then edit the video on top of that. Well, this does all of them combined extremely fast for you. It's a breeze to use, so you can just sign up for Flicky and then create your first file, name it. Obviously, you don't want to name it test. Paste your script in there and then run the software. And depending on how long your script is, it might take 5-10 minutes, but then it will pop up with a video that's complete, sounds amazing, has text in it, and also looks like a good engaging video with relevant video clips and pictures overlaid. So it's done generating the video. Let me show you an example of it. Now, keep in mind that I just pasted a random blurb of a script here just to kind of show you an example. You can see how it comes out. You can also edit the video in the background before you export it. So if you want to change a specific file, if you want to change some of the text, you can do all of that and change the clips out very easily. But this is what it automatically generated for me. So let's watch a little bit of it, see what it looks like. And then if we like it, we can obviously download the video, and it saves us so much time, because for me specifically with the YouTube automation, it might take me, I don't know, an hour to come up with a video completed, and I'm pretty good and pretty quick with it. This did it in literally 5 minutes.
When you start something new, you typically learn through experience. It's trial and error. And you fail your way to success. But if you're smart, you look around at the people who have already succeeded in your industry and are already where you want to be. And you learn from them. You see what's working for them, and you learn from their mistakes, so you know what not to do.
And then if you like it and it sounds good, you download it and it goes right to your files. And that's how easy it is to use Flicky to turn text for whatever it is, PowerPoint slides, bullet points, lectures, YouTube videos, scripts for whatever, into engaging pieces of video content that will help tell your message and teach automatically. Runway is a revolutionary software that uses advanced learning algorithms to automate the video editing process. It's designed to make the process of editing videos a lot faster, a lot easier, and a lot more efficient for all content creators. Now, one of the features of it is its ability to analyze your video footage and automatically generate a range of video edits. It helps identify key moments in your footage and creates customized cuts, customized transitions, and also adds effects that help bring your story to life, again, automatically. Runway offers a range of customization options, allowing you to fine-tune your edits to suit your specific needs in post-production as well. For example, you can adjust the speed of a video, you can change the color scheme, and you can add your own music and sound effects to your video, all within the software too. It's incredibly easy to use because all you need to do is upload your video footage to the AI software and it takes care of all the rest. You can create a wide range of videos using the Runway software, including social media videos or social media posts, marketing videos, personal videos, YouTube videos, course lectures, and the list goes on and on. And this makes Runway a versatile tool for content creators who want to create engaging, professional looking videos with ease and with less time invested from them personally, as well as less money spent hiring an expensive video editor too. So this, in my opinion, is the future of video editing. AI is almost assuredly going to replace about 95% plus of video editors, if not more, because it will only get better and better at it, but it will also cut costs and save a lot of time for content creators. It's amazing stuff and it's really exciting. It brings the ability to get high quality video edits to the masses for the first time. So check it out, test out the software, and as it improves, I'm sure it will become a large part of your video arsenal. So Runway is really cool. You can watch it here in action. Essentially, when you upload a video to it and you give it a theme or a specific prompt, it can then apply that entire theme to that video, turning it into a completely new looking video automatically. And it's one of the new features of the new generation of Runway. There's also stylization mode, which basically means you can transfer the style of any video or any prompt to any new video that you want and completely transform it. The next one is storyboard mode, which is where you can turn any mockup into a completely new style simply by using a prompt. The next one is mask mode, where you can highlight specific subjects within your video and then apply that theme to only that subject or that mask. Or my favorite, customization mode, where you can actually turn an entire part of a picture or video into a completely new customized image. Obviously on screen right now, you can see the theme here, turning a normal person into a strange looking mock-up, but obviously you'll have the power to change this based on the prompt that you input. So another software with AI functionality that I use almost every single day in my business, quite frequently, to automatically caption a lot of my videos and make them a lot more watchable to retain the audience longer, because then the words flash up on the screen as well as me saying them, is CapCut. Now, CapCut is an app that comes free on your phone. You can download it, or you can download it on a computer, and it's also, again, 100% free. Then what you want to do is you want to import a video. So we'll take a random YouTube video, for example. And then all you're going to do once you upload it is drag it down into this window right here. And you'll see this is going to start working almost like it's an editing software, but you don't really need to do any edits here. All you need to do is click the text up here and then click auto captions, create. And it's going to auto caption your video. After it creates the captions, you can obviously watch the video and then slightly edit the captions if you want it to be 100% accurate. But it is about 99% accurate, and it's a great way that you can auto do this. Now, this is extremely valuable because, as you'll notice, you see a lot of these videos popping up on like Instagram Reels and TikTok where you see the text popping up on the screen. It helps retain the audience. But this is also something that's valuable for content creators because it's going to make your videos more engaging. And it's also something that you can then sell as a service if you have an editing agency, whether that's short form or long form, because you can then add this to videos. And most people aren't going to know that there's a software out here that will literally just do this automatically for you. They're going to think that you're the one typing this in because that's the way you used to have to do it manually in Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro in an editing software, right? So if you select all of these, you'll see it pops up here with the white text. You obviously can't hear the sound in the video right now because I'm speaking through the microphone, but you'll see that it's popping up with the exact words that I'm saying in the video on the bottom of the screen as I'm saying them. It's white there, so you can't really see it. Now, if you want to edit it and you want to make it bigger, or you want to add some bubble letters or change the lettering and font and style, all you do is you drag over, you highlight the entirety of this, and then you can pick from the styles here and also change the font size and the font, right? So for example, if we wanted to make this white or yellow so it standed out a little bit more, well, I just click the yellow one, and then maybe I'd increase the font size slightly. I would recommend less is more here. I used to go like relatively big and like super bold, and I realized that like often less is more. It looks a little bit more professional. It looks a little bit better if you don't put some crazy font on it that's super massive. But obviously you can play around with this and pick which one that sticks out to you. I used to use bangers. I like that. But again, I've been kind of just moving back to like basic font styles. So there's a number of them that you can pick from. And this is really going to improve the audience retention of videos, whether they're your videos or they're your clients' videos, and you're selling this as a service on somewhere like Upwork or Fiverr, or you have your own agency. And this does it automatically, literally in seconds for you. Now, key caveat here, if you do have the free version and you haven't upgraded, a lot of people think that you have to upgrade to get rid of the little CapCut logo in there in the bottom, but you don't. You just want to go to the settings, and you'll notice in settings, it's one of the options that you can take out. And then you don't have to pay the upgrade fee. It just automatically takes it out for you, and you can continue to produce video after video 100% free. So one of my favorite AI tools that I use in my business all the time is getmunch.com. Essentially what it does, as you can see here, is it takes long form content and automatically pulls out the most engaging parts of that content. Now, why is that valuable? Well, if you're a content creator, for example, and you have long form videos like I do, whether they're YouTube videos or courses, and you want to turn them into shorter form videos that you can then post on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, TikTok, and a number of other places, this automatically does it for you. So you don't have to spend countless hours going through your videos and figuring out what parts to clip out and turn into those types of videos. You also don't have to outsource it to somebody else. So this is valuable for content creators, but it's also valuable if you want to sell that as a service, right? If you want to to turn it into a Fiverr gig. Or if you want to have a short form video editing agency, which is all the hype now because there's so many short form video creators that need that service. So an easy way to do it, let me run you through an example here. You just go to my projects after you sign up. As always, it's 100% free. Doesn't really matter what you pick here. They're all going to be the same. Reels and YouTube Shorts all have the same vertical format. So then you just click next. There's two ways to approach this. So if you don't actually have the file and you're doing it for a service, for example, then you paste somebody's YouTube video in here. So for example, we went to YouTube and we grab one of mine, put it into Munch and click next, right? Or if you already have the video yourself, then you would just upload it like you normally would, right? So you'd go in to your files, and you'd pull whatever video that is and let it upload. So here's one that I already put through the software. Once you put it through, since it does use AI, it might take a few minutes to actually come up with the shorts for you, but it's relatively fast. It's also going to cover what keywords it pulls out that has a lot of search volume, so it'll suggest those to you, as well as come up with several clips that you can then check out. It'll tell you when they are in the video, and then you can obviously download them as well. So this is a revolutionary AI software that, again, is so valuable for content creators because it's going to save you money, so you don't have to outsource it. It's also going to save you time, so you don't have to do it yourself. And it's also extremely valuable for people that want to sell this as a service because you, again, don't have to spend hours and hours doing this for somebody else and trading your time for money. Instead, you can charge them for the service because they don't know this exists, and then you can run their videos through this software and let it do the work for you. Another AI software that's been around for a little bit longer now is Grammarly. Now, basically what Grammarly does is it allows you to put text in it, and it's going to correct the spelling, vocabulary, and punctuation of that text, right? So it's going to tell you whether or not you're using too many adverbs, whether you have redundant words or phrases in your script or in your paper, if you have a run-on sentence, if you have something spelled incorrectly, and a number of other things. So basically, in short, it's going to fix misspellings, punctuation, grammatical errors, and help you write better, less wordy papers that translate better to a wider audience. And it gives you great feedback on your current writing. Now, this is perfect for somebody that's in school, whether that's, grade school, high school, or college, or post-grad, because you can put your paper in here and it will tell you in real time all the things that it recommends that you fix. Now, this is not some computer that's telling you this. This is based on the specifics within that language. Obviously, I speak English, but also go through, fix your grammar, your punctuation, and tell you whether or not your writing is good based on not just your writing, but thousands and thousands of previous ones that it's done before, right? This gets better because it's AI. So it's constantly improving. This is going to be a bad example of this because obviously you can see I have ellipses in here. I have misspelled words here, all caps here. This is a YouTube script for my main YouTube channel. So I write it in a way where I'm going to read it on camera or speak it on camera so that it comes off more like I'm telling the audience instead of just reading them a script. But let's take this through just as an example into Grammarly, and it will point out things that you might not have seen or noticed. So what I typically do before I put something in my teleprompter or whether I read it or speak it on camera is I'll read through it and make sure that it makes sense, make sure that I'm not leaving any important information out, make sure that my sentences actually come off well so that doesn't translate incorrectly on camera, and basically just kind of proofread it and see what's wrong with it and fix it. But I used to do that in Word. Now I take it into Grammarly, and Grammarly will point out a lot of those things for me as I'm reading through, which will help me a lot more in real time. So this is a simple software. Again, it's going to be more advantageous for somebody that's in a professional setting that might be writing emails, right? Like let's say you're writing an email to your boss, you want to probably run that through something like Grammarly. It'll only take you a minute or so, and you can make sure that it's grammatically correct and comes off well. Or if you're somebody that's in school and you're writing papers and you want to make sure that you don't get docked points for that or you don't lose grade points for that, it's a game-changing software. So one of the coolest tools that I use every single day in my own business is Pictory right here. There's so many really cool functions of this software that you can utilize within your business. Generally speaking, I use it to take scripts and create videos based on those scripts, all with AI and copyright-free images. Now, to show you an example of the power of this, let's just take part of an article here on a simple Forbes article. So we'll take determine your business concept right here. This is just an article on how to start a business, randomly pulled it up. We'll paste that in there. We'll say test article and we'll proceed. Now it's going to let you pick your template here. There's a number of different cool templates. You can pick any number of them. You can also choose your aspect ratio, whether you want a square, vertical video for TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts. You can also pick horizontal video if you want, and that's what we're going to go with here. So now you select it, and then it's going to take a little bit of time to process your video. Obviously, it's going to depend on how long your script is and how long it takes the video to actually process. But typically speaking, it moves pretty quickly. So once it finishes up, it's going to put all the text from the script into a video format here. And you can see it kind of going through. Now you can delete the text. You don't need the text to flash up on the screen. It's just going to cycle through pictures that it already has that are related to the script. You can delete the text by clicking in there. You can also change the pictures in the bottom scenes if you want to and swap them out with something more relevant if you think that you found a better one. You can also add a voiceover if you have a voiceover. The reason that this is pretty relevant, if we go to upload a voiceover, or you could just simply record the voiceover here in the actual software, and then it will sync up perfectly afterwards. Let me show you what I mean. If we had a voiceover for this one, we'd upload a voiceover. This is relevant. As you can see, I did a bunch of them here. This is relevant across the board. If, for an example, you're creating a YouTube video or something along those lines, then you would just drop it in here or upload it from your computer and then sync it up. So if this was the one right here and we dropped it in, you could sync it up with the entire video by clicking this, and then it would sync. And when it's done, it would not only have the pictures flashing through in a video format, also the text popping up on the screen reading what the script says to you, which you can delete if you don't like that, but it would also have a voiceover timed perfectly with the script reading along with you. This software is a complete game changer. It's one of my favorite ones. There's a lot of different functions for it within any type of business. If you want to create lectures, if you want to create YouTube videos, if you want to create ads or marketing campaigns, or just simple PowerPoints to train your employees, this is a great way to actually do it. And it automatically creates the video for you just using the text. I'm also going to attach a short clip of a video that I created after this. It's only going to be like a minute of the video. It's not going to be the whole video, but it'll give you an example of the power of this tool. And remember, it's doing it automatically, so you really don't have to do anything. You're just adding the text script, and then it's generating the video and the voiceover for you automatically. So here's an example of the power of the software in action.
AI stocks could be great long-term investments. According to Zion Market Research, the worldwide artificial intelligence market will expand from $59.7 billion in 2021 to $422.4 billion by 2028. AI, automation, and robotics are disrupting virtually every business. Companies who do not invest in AI goods and services risk becoming obsolete, whether it be machine learning, smart applications and appliances, digital assistants, or autonomous vehicles. Numerous firms stand to benefit from AI, but only a few equities have AI and automation at the heart of their operations. According to Bank of America, the following are the top 10 AI stocks to buy.
So Murph.ai is hands down my favorite text-to-speech AI software. Now, I use this for YouTube. I use this for some lectures, and you can use this for YouTube automation as well. There's a number of different ways that you can apply this to your business. But to show you an example of this, basically what it does is it reads your text aloud in a script in a human voice. It sounds completely human. It also gives you plenty of different examples to choose from. So let me show you it in action. We're going to take an example script here. And we'll actually just take a shortened version of it so it doesn't take too long to process. It doesn't usually take too long, but I also don't want to waste your time. So we'll create a new project, and you can see just how many projects I've created here. Let's say test project. We'll start blank. And basically what you want to do is you just paste your text in there. And then I'll typically split it by paragraphs, but you can split it by sentences if you want and test out how both of them sound. I personally like the way that this sounds better. It's going to depend on what you're using it for. So I typically use this sometimes to create lectures, but most of the time to create YouTube automation videos so that I can just paste in a script and have the text read it and then have a graphic designer or an editor overlay video graphics on that. And then I can just pump out videos that way. Now, there might be plenty of other reasons that you're using this, but it's an effective way to come up with AI-generated voices that sound human. So then you paste the script in there, and to get a preview of it, you just press this play button and it'll start to run through the script, and then it'll generate the script. And then as soon as it's done, you'll be able to press the play button. Now, if you want to adjust the voice, you just come up to the voices over here and you can pick all from these voices here. There's a number of different ones. They all sound slightly different, and some of them you might like better than others. But let me give you an example of how this would sound. I'll play it directly after this video.
And in this video, I'm going to break down the strategies and software that makes each one possible. The first way is basically the throw shit at the wall and see what sticks approach. You can list products from popular retail websites on online marketplaces for slightly more. The reason this is so effective is because it's completely free to list on these places. So if you're willing to put in the effort and time, you can make decent money doing this.
One of my favorite AI tools is called Quillbot. And basically what it does is it paraphrases your sentences or your phrases into completely new phrases and sentences, but gives you a number of different examples. Now, this is so important for so many reasons. You can really take it and run with it, and there's so many different applications to a number of businesses. I specifically use it a lot of times to redo YouTube titles that haven't performed as well as I'd like. For example, on YouTube, there's a few different things that are going to contribute to how good your video does. And also you can even use this for like lectures on course titles or course titles in general. But the three main things on YouTube that contribute to how good your video does is obviously the video content first and foremost, and then the thumbnail and the title. So if your thumbnail is pretty solid and you change that, then you want to go back and adjust your titles, and maybe that will give you another chance to re-roll in the algorithm, and the algorithm will start suggesting you more to other people. And it might just be a small adjustment. So you can use a tool like Quillbot in this example to then paraphrase some of your titles and give you a number of different options that you might change it so it's different but similar. So for example, this one right here got 414 views. It's not very good. Let's try to paraphrase this one. This one right here, 14 websites you can drop ship on. And this one right here, 7 strange side hustles. So let's paraphrase all of these and I'll show you examples of this in action. So there's many different options here. Your standard one will just start paraphrasing. You can also make it more fluent. You can make it formal. You can simplify it. I like simplify. The main ones I use are standard, simple, and then shorten, because shorten will obviously make it more concise. This is perfect if you have like a long sentence that's kind of run on and you need to shorten it, but you're not exactly sure how. You can also adjust the synonyms over here. So if you want less synonyms, then just drag it down. Now, obviously, this is advantageous for somebody that's in class or in school as well, because you can paraphrase certain parts of other papers or other factual information that you might want to put into your own words. But to show you an example of this, if we just paraphrase it at standard, there we go. So it goes from focus on these 5 things to get more dropshipping sales to increase dropshipping sales, pay attention to these 5 areas. Let's rephrase it. Let's give it another one. To increase dropshipping sales, concentrate on these 5 factors. Now let's maybe try a simplified version of it. Pay attention to these 5 things to increase your dropshipping sales. Let's try to shorten it. Use these 5 tips to boost dropshipping sales. And so you can start to think about how you can apply this to your business, but it's a really cool, simple tool that will help you in a lot of different ways, not just YouTube titles. And so this is a really cool tool that pretty much anyone can use for a number of different reasons. I hope it helps. So they've done studies, whether you're creating YouTube videos or course lectures or whatever, that the more you can kind of keep it simple and dumb it down, the better people respond to it. Now, this is true on YouTube. They say you want to keep everything at like a 3rd grade level. And the same goes true across the board. It doesn't matter who you're speaking to and on what platform. So this is a great AI tool. Basically what it does is it takes any script that you have or any writing whatsoever and highlights different parts of it and shows you what grade level they are so that you can go back and kind of change it if it's too advanced for who you're trying to speak to. So let me show you an example of this. Let's take a previous script that I wrote for YouTube and we'll just copy it. You paste it in right here and let it do its magic. And there you go. It'll highlight the different grade levels of different things that you're saying and basically tell you what you want to adjust, because maybe this is a little bit too advanced and it comes off too wordy. So it'll literally tell you, hey, you probably want to cut out some of these adverbs. This sentence is a little too advanced, a little too wordy. So maybe what you could do is you could simplify it. You could take some words out, or you could even use it in conjunction with the one that we just touched on, Quillbot, and take it into Quillbot and simplify it there. So you can keep it on simple, you could shorten it, then we'll paraphrase it. and it will change the sentence, and then you just want to make sure that it looks good. So this is a really cool tool that anyone can use to make their sentences, their speeches, their lectures, their YouTube videos, whatever it is, a lot more concise, easy to understand, especially since we live in a global economy now where you're going to have a lot of other people that might not speak your language as their first language. It's just a no-brainer across the board. So this is called HemingwayApp.com. It's free to use. It's a cool AI tool that will literally run through your sentences and highlight them and tell you which ones you should probably adjust. I'm sure you're aware, if you're taking this course, what ChatGPT is. It's an artificial intelligence software that scans the internet for all sorts of information, packages up the best parts of that information, and then answers a question, solves problems for you in real time. You can ask it anything here in the search bar if you go to chat.openai.com and sign up for an account. There's many different use cases for this. This can help you solve problems in business. It can help you answer questions. It can help and act as a search engine of sorts to feed you back an answer that's the most accurate from a number of different articles in real time, not just one, and a number of other things. So let's go through some examples of how you can utilize this. This is the most popular AI tool out there currently. It's only getting better, and when they release version 4 of this, it's going to be mind-blowing. So for example, if I wanted to tell it to write me a script on what ChatGPT is for my students, I could have it do that. So I would say something like, please write me an explanation of what ChatGPT is and how it can help people. And then I'll let it do its work. And if I like it, I can keep it, or I can take pieces of it, or I can have it redo it again, or I can ask it a slightly different variation of it, or ask it to change its answer based on a few different criteria. So it learns with you and it responds to you almost like it is your personal computer that is scanning the internet for all the information out there and formulating the best response based on what you tell it to do. So you can obviously have it write scripts for you. You can have it do your homework for you. You can have it write papers for you. You can have it solve complex problems for you. If you can't for whatever and you keep banging your head against the wall, you can't solve a problem, why don't you run it by ChatGPT to see if it comes up with something different? This is revolutionary. The functionality and the possibilities with this are really only limited to how you ask it to do things. So the possibilities are endless. So let's see what it says. ChatGPT is a large language model developed by OpenAI that is capable of generating human-like text in response to prompts or questions. It is trained on a massive amount of text data, which allows it to understand the structure and patterns of language in ways that allow it to generate coherent and natural sounding responses. So not only does it write this stuff for you and give you the information, but it also puts that information in a human-like response based on how a human would write it. It can be used in a variety of ways to help people. So here are a few examples. Customer service, and then you can read that. It can be your personal assistant, like we just covered. Language learning. So it can help you learn a new language, but it can also translate for you if you have it on your phone and you're in a different country. And there's a number of other functionalities of this. So one of the things that we could do, right? Let's just ask ChatGPT, what are the best current uses for ChatGPT? And it'll tell us. So it came back again with customer service, personal assistance, content generation, language learning, mental health support, and creative writing. Now, one of the things that I've taught freelancers to do as a good side hustle is use something like ChatGPT to write articles. So for another use case of this is, let's say you were selling gigs on Fiverr, or you were doing work on Upwork, right? Well, you can hire somebody on Fiverr or Upwork to write a blog article for you, or write a YouTube script for you, or write something, right? Or edit something, edit a paper, right? These are all examples of gigs that you can create and sell, and then you don't have to spend the time or the effort yourself. You can have ChatGPT do it for you super quickly without any effort on your part, and then just give that to the person as the gig. So it can perform services for you that you can then sell on these websites, and you can make great money doing it. So for example, this person right here, he's gonna write 30 blog posts for you at $200. You can outsource whatever that is. So let's say somebody hires you and you created this, you would make $200 for free without any effort on your part, because you could then have ChatGPT write those 30 SEO blog posts for you based on whatever criteria the person gave you in the actual gig instructions. Same thing with this person. I will write blog content for you. I will write 1,500 word SEO article for you. You could literally tell ChatGPT, please write me a 1,500 word blog article on the best ski equipment you can buy. And then I would obviously have this go, but it would take a little bit of time to create 1,500 words. So the possibilities here are endless. Test it out for yourself. Sign up for it. It's completely free. It can help you create better content and streamline your business, but it also can help you perform services that you can then sell.